Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. And as best you can, see if you can just be still, physically, not mentally. Often, we meditate with expectations that are too high, like you should be able to calm down and relax. Let's let go of that expectation. We're going to let the mind do whatever it's doing. Just see if you can be physically still with your eyes closed, seated in this moment. And see if you can place the sensations of the body in stillness into your attention. Just feeling what it feels like to sit. We're also not going to pretend during this meditation that things are fine, because they're not. Instead, this is going to be about helping you deal with what isn't fine. So whatever's coming up, let it arise. You don't have to do anything about it or feel a certain way, at least not for now. For this moment, you get to just be a human being sitting here. You don't even need to focus on the breath or anything in particular. Just noticing the feeling of the body sitting in stillness. Here's the next step. If I were to ask you, what's the main thing you're feeling right now? What would you answer? Just one word. What's the main thing you're feeling right now? Any answer is fine, of course. This is just about noticing what's true for you. And if you can, making some space for those thoughts or feelings to just be. It's okay. You're feeling however you're feeling. That's all. Let's take just a few moments and just allow it to be whatever it is. Now let's turn the attention to the body. What's the main thing you're feeling right now physically? Maybe tired, or heart racing, or pain in some part of the body? Again, of course, there's no right or wrong answer. Just by noticing what's happening, we step back from it just a little bit. So for the next few moments, just rest in the part of the mind that's noticing how you feel. The main thing we're going to do in this meditation together is grounding, meaning just settling the body and the mind. We're not here to do deep inner work or anything sophisticated or fancy. We're actually here to rest. Even more than taking a nap, which would be completely fine, We're here to experience the inner rest of the body and the mind when they're not doing anything. You have this moment, these next few minutes, to just be instead of do. Now, you may be so tired that just being may feel easy, in which case, great, let go, just settle in, feeling maybe the weight of the body sitting, maybe noticing the breath, maybe not, allowing a deep rest. Try it out. On the other hand, you may be so anxious and rattled that it seems impossible to have that kind of rest. In that case, my invitation is to intersperse a moment of mindfulness within the anxiety. What I mean is, notice the weight of the body for a moment, and then stay with it. And then, okay, let the mind do whatever it's doing, worrying, thinking, planning, etc. Now let's try that again. One moment of noticing the body sitting in stillness, and then let go and allow the mind to do whatever it wants to do. You might even try it together with exhaling. So thinking, letting go of the breath, exhale, noticing the body, and then back to thinking if that happens. You don't need 100% success. You don't even need 10% success. We're just putting a few moments in between all of the stuff that's happening to ground into the body. So again, let's take a few moments now. There's an exhale, sinking into the body, and letting go. Now, gradually, as you keep doing this, you may be able to hang out in the present moment a little longer. When the mind is very stressed and anxious, of course, it replays past moments over and over again and worries about the future. But when we're grounded in the body, as we've been doing, it's sometimes possible to stay in this moment, here and now, for just a little stretch of time. Most importantly, each time you do that, even if it's just for a few seconds, you're giving the mind a rest from all of the stress that it's under. So let's take some time to try that now. If thinking arises, okay, But come back to right now. See if you can really melt into the chair or the cushion that you're sitting in, feeling the weight of the body, resting in the present moment rather than focusing on thoughts about the past or the future. Just for now. If you're able to ground in the body in this way, you can even let go of places where you might be holding tension. For example, if your jaw is clenched, you could unclench it. If your shoulders are tight, you could drop them. If your posture is tense, you might notice that and relax. You might try a deeper exhale, almost a sigh, letting go of the tension in the body. Really relaxing into the letting go. See if that's possible for a few moments. Now, as thoughts arise, even if they're important thoughts, I invite you to softly just say, not now. It's not that the thoughts are bad. They may actually be quite important. They may be good things to think about. Just not now. Let's stay in the present moment in stillness for just a few more moments. Okay, that's the process. Before we finish, I want to suggest one more thing, which is that you can do this grounding meditation in miniature anytime during the day. For example, say you're in a tense situation, you're on your feet, you're dealing with a crisis. You can take one moment to ground, just as we've done here. Pause for literally 3 seconds. Feel the weight of your body on your feet. Maybe allow an exhale to happen. And see if you can just ground in the present moment for 1 second. Keep expectations low. Don't try for too much relaxation. Just give yourself a 1 second grounding in the body. Okay, here I am. If your eyes are closed, I invite you to open them. Thank you for your work and for your meditation today.